everybody. Well, I got some piece of information that might surprise some of you, and maybe not surprise every one of you. But the fact is, I have just received monetization on Twitch. We now... all these years later, Twitch finally decided to give me monetized status. Now, unfortunately, I'm not an affiliate. That's gonna take a while. We're not an affiliate over in Kick either, but we're monetized in Kick also, which means that we can get bits, and we can on both. And right now, we're not on Kick right now, but we are. We can get bits, we can get subscribers, and on both networks. So, congratulations, Michelle. You deserve it after all these years. Okay, we got some interesting seismic news to go through today. Mount St. Helens in Washington State is warming up its tonsils. They believe is coming up for another eruption, as it did in 1980. This thing is a scary volcano. It is not a super volcano, but it is a scary volcano. Shows significant upswelling and outgassing right now is starting to occur. Now, at the same time, Yellowstone National Park's caldera is also warming up its tonsils with ground upswelling, and they believe very strongly that the magma chamber is moving around already. Is moving closer to the surface. So, the Ring of Fire is clearly waking up. It started not specifically with the one from Russia that has erupted the last time in 600 years, but also has been going up with upswell activity for a while now. So keep your eyes on the seismic reports because things are about to get a little bit spicy. On the local news today, the weather in my area will not be inhospitable. It'll be about, I believe, a high of 26 to 28 degrees Celsius, which is tolerable.
Oh, yeah!
So, no one's going to be freezing, and no one's going to be baking like sausages in a skillet. Not unless they put some Louisiana hot sauce on you. What's the latest on 3i Atlas? Not much. Not right now. There isn't much to report. Avi Loeb still believes that this may be an extraterrestrial spacecraft, and I've given the statistics giving his report. That seems to be very likely. However, he believes that the vessel could be hostile. I tend to believe the vessel may be using something similar to the prime directive of Star Trek. That is, observing, not so much interfering with our society, but rather just watching things. Which would make sense why it would be disguised as an asteroid. Because our comet to really get close up and close. And except being like the equivalent of a duck, like a duck blind, right? You know, just quietly park your asteroid right there and just listen, monitor, observe. So today we're going to be doing a story, a fiction story during the portrait stream. Here's the tenet of the story. What if you were invited to visit the crew of 3i Atlas? Hello, Tiff. How you doing? Good morning, David S. Everybody else. Good morning. Glad to see you come by. Let's see. Who else we got? David S. is here. Good morning to you. So this will be interesting to see how this is gonna work. So yeah, when am I gonna tell the story? Probably normal time. It's 7 o'clock or something. Yeah. We're waiting for the new hard drives to come today. They're gonna be coming in the mail. I bought two. I bought two 4 GB ones. They're not the Western Digital Black, they're the Western Digital Blues, but they were affordable. And let's be honest, if you get the black ones, they're gonna basically be running a little hotter at 7,200 RPM. But a set of 3 only goes at 6 gigabytes per second. So 6 gigabytes per second. It's not really super fast, but not super slow. They were talking about the asteroid coast to coast AM early this morning. They make it think at lunch. Says that had an anomalous flight path. Well, I don't know about a Martian ship. I think it may be something which let's see, what is it there? Cosmic Agency saying is that it may be a Palladian Arcturian vessel to protect Earth from the other ETs that are non-benevolent, malevolent, which could be. Also, don't forget the concept of Project Bluebeam, of trying to create a human cabal, trying to create a false flag narrative is still a possibility. They did that in December of 2024. They certainly could do it again. The question is, how are they going to get a spaceship that's 13 miles wide, approximately 12, 13 miles wide? I don't think we have a space dock big enough to make a ship that's 13 miles wide. Yeah. Well, I'm a Palladian starseed. Lemmy's Nectarian starseed. So, that's why we believe it may be either a Palladian or a Turian ship or a combined working force of both the Palladians and Nectarians. As you'll notice that most of the people that do most of the talking in the Galactic Federation of Light channel is predominantly Palladians and Nectarians. I haven't heard too many Syrians. No, they don't usually talk a lot. Yeah. I've heard that. I heard that there's actually a ship behind the moon that is kind of stealth hidden in this, they believe. According to Avi Loeb, he said he believed that this ship is planning to hide behind the sun when the ship will probably prepare its attack force. Let's just hope Avi Loeb is incorrect there. But I definitely am not afraid of the concept that maybe one day we'll meet these ETs. And the story I'm going to be telling this afternoon is a what-if science fiction story. The old-fashioned way I used to do them. I don't usually just type them on the computer. I used to come up with them on the fly, which sometimes results in some very interesting stories. Governor Maura Healey snubbed the Portuguese Fest this year in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Snubbed a Portuguese Fest. How did the governor snub the Portuguese Fest? Making fun of it? Saying that it doesn't make sense to be, I don't know. By the way, people have said that the moon itself is a spacecraft. I don't know. It could be. Or maybe it really is our moon, but they've been hollowing it out. Or some said it was just an outright swap of our natural moon for a ship in camouflage, incognito. Which, like one person said, it would make sense that the craters are pretty much mostly almost all have a maximum depth that's pretty similar. You would think something that's based out of regolith and pulverized remains of Earth, when they get hit by asteroids, you would think that the moon would have had deeper craters. After all, there is no wind action on the moon to erode away craters. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, she didn't make an appearance. All right. Well, Avi Loeb is involved in the academia, so I think there's some merit to what Avi Loeb is suggesting. Like I said, I'm just hoping to God that if there indeed this is an actual generational ship, something like our Enterprise Class D ship, that the ETs come with peaceful intent. Or Avi Loeb is suggesting that they've come in malevolent intent. That's where we differ. I don't think you're going to go traveling thousands of light years just to invade the planet. They could have already done that. They already could have done that. They could have been straight to right down our gullet. They could have went right here, put faces on destroy, But they didn't do that. They're just quiet, radio silence, just listening, watching, waiting. And so the story I'm going to be telling is what if you were invited on the ship to live stream the whole thing? I could just see Noodles eating his crow, going, "Wait, they asked Michelle? Why not me? I'm number one. I'm the one who streams everywhere. Why Michelle? I can't even get her to open up her damn phone just to tell a story." And then there she... Wait, she's telling a story. Oh, well, that's interesting. We'll see how it goes. There's no script. It's just ad lib. It's just being told in situ without no script, no nothing. Just, yeah. Good morning, Grace. How you doing? Okay. Yeah, the hybrids. Yeah, they're here. If you listen to Coast to Coast AM, they talk about that the ETs have already established themselves on Earth working with humans and various research facilities. So, yeah, they could be here already. The reptilians, for example, are said to be here. The reptilians are part of the cabal, the bad guys. The Palladians and Turians have people here. And of course, we have the Star Seats, like me and Lummy here too, and we are working with as the emissaries between the Palladians and the Arcturians and humans. So it's kind of interesting to see how that's going to all work. When America tries to activate Project Bluebeam, they've already tried a Project Bluebeam warm-up exercise in December of 2024 in New Jersey. They were using that as a test to see how humans would react. Now, humans reacted. Some with skepticism, some with fear, some of us with hope that maybe we would be meeting our galactic families. And well, obviously it was just turned out to be a psyop. But oh well. Right now sorry, we didn't do Turtle Wow last night. I had too much to eat. I keep getting my stomach shrink. So unfortunately, I ate too much and I sat in my gut like rocks. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do shit. I just want to lay down and sleep. And get the stuff processed. Which I did. I ate and canceled the Turtle Wow game and just went back to bed. My stomach felt like rocks and I didn't feel good. So, this coffee here is actually from last night. I had it in the refrigerator, so I didn't have to make first cup this morning. Speaking of that, Donald Trump is pissed and there's a shortage of coffee in the United States right now. I didn't go to all the detail where I saw that headline. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like Golden Girl said yesterday, she wanted to go get coffee and she couldn't find coffee. I thought it was kind of interesting. I had no problem getting coffee yesterday. I picked up another 12-ounce container of instant Folgers classic roast, and that was it. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing if you like your coffee one cup at a time. But I like my coffee in 2 cups at a time. Actually, I make my coffee as much as 12 cups at a time so I can last the whole day and nurse the whole pot as we go. Especially when I was in high school, I would drink coffee like a whole pot of coffee in a single day. I don't know about a coffee shortage. I think it has to do with tariffs. I think because of the Colombia and the tariffs, that was the reason why people are trying to get the coffee while they could at the lowest price before the tariffs went into effect. There are plenty of instant coffee. David S. said I had plenty of instant coffee. I wanted one large jar of coffee, and they sent me like 11 small jars. You're talking about the equivalent of Folgers Classic Roast? 12 ounce, and they send you Tastiest Choice. Or even the little tiny 2 ounce Classic Roast jars. Who knows what they would be doing? That's one thing CNN had to eat crow on, was that they realized that Trump had done what he had said was going to do. And so they came back and realized that, while they may not like Trump very much, they can't say that he didn't complete his mission that he said he was going to do. With the tariffs, did bring in more money because he knew that more people would buy stuff from overseas, would be willing to pay more, but also was main purpose of the tariffs was to begin encouraging people to buy more American stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the toilet paper shortage too. That's what I'm fresh with my former roles. I don't go through a lot of toilet paper really fast. But at least I have some, So yesterday I bought 6 vanilla yogurts, and I specifically made sure they were vanilla and not plain. Threw 4 of them in the freezer, 2 in the refrigerator, 2 Carb Smart ice creams in the freezer. Thank God I got 2 freezers. And I put and I bought some extra fish fillets. And I bought some extra chicken. I bought some extra French fries. I spent like $180 in food stamps just on food. Yeah, I think I buy about every 6 months. Yeah, I remember that. I think it was because at the time of the lockdowns, they were afraid that people wouldn't be able to get into the stores to buy any toilet paper, which wasn't entirely the case, but people certainly did freak out. Yeah, I did find a lot of I didn't get all the brand I liked, but I certainly had TP on hand. But then I always try to plan ahead accordingly anyway. So toilet paper I had, food I had. Paper towels, that was a little more of a problem. I actually did have a hard time finding paper towels during that time, because for some reason, in my case, it was the paper towels that was getting kind of hard to get. I know, my diet ain't exactly exciting. Chicken breast with chips and fish with chips and pasta with Parmesan cheese, butter, garlic powder. I mean, not the most exciting, but you know what? You gotta eat what you got. If you don't have a lot of money, you make do. Some say, well, you're still stuck in survival mode. No, I'm not in survival mode as much anymore. Actually, I'm pretty much keeping ahead of things. it turns out now that YouTube finally got the advertising, at least where it works and dialed in, we're still making money in the form of advertising revenue right now, which is great because now we can, at least guarantee I'm going to still come home at least $100 a month. Pickled beets. I'm not really sure what they taste like, but something tells me that probably wouldn't be anything I'd want. Fries with curry and vinegar. Great. So you're basically doing another Jamaican second rerun. You either like it or you don't like it. A lot of people say it tastes like dirt. Well, right now it's like so. Anyway, let's talk about this story here. Let's talk about this premise, because after all, right now it's all conjecture. We don't know what 13I Atlas is really. We don't know, really. I have my conjectures. But what if it is a multi-generational spacecraft? Primarily focusing on a prime directive, similar to Star Trek. That is non-interference. We're not trying to get into your grill. We just want to watch you. Why would they be watching us? Exactly. Why would they be watching us? Is there something about humanity that they just find alluring? But then we had SETI, right? We have, after Drake created SETI in the Drake equation, right? And we've been leaking radio waves ever since the 20s into space. I can almost see E.T. having their own equivalent of a SETI program. Scanning the universe, looking for another radio signal from another planet somewhere. And slowly, as they tune their telescopes towards Earth, they're hearing things like H.G. Wells, War of the Worlds, and their telescope radios, going, what the heck is this? Or listening to My Friend Irma, or The Golden Sleeves, or the other shows, and then maybe in about, 40 years later, watching video of Howdy Doody and other TV shows in the early years of television, probably starting to go, boy, this sounds like a place we gotta visit. Are they really like that? So I decided, worked with the councils and said, let's build a spacecraft. Let's make it look as inconspicuous as we could. Make it look like a big giant comet. We'll send out 2 of them. First, we'll send out Umamoa, as our preliminary probe. Works good, looks good, but it lacks a tail. And people are like saying, oh, it's a floating cigar in space. No big deal. But that was what the point was. Then they came out with Borisov, which basically has a tail. Basically, it looked like a comet. Even more so. Again, no big deal. It's just interstellar. No big deal. But then they realized, okay, boys and girls, we need to go get their generational craft out there. We've been cruising behind watching those 2. It's time to catch up with them You see, when they see the big giant motherfucker coming at them. And then we're watching this woman with pointy ears on YouTube talking about how she wants to beat us. She's kind of cool. Maybe we'll just return the favor. Good morning, Chris Bliss. How you doing today? Yeah, I know. Oh, malt vinegar and fries, not a problem. Except finding malt vinegar in the United States is kind of hard. Yeah, it's more of a UK thing. And of course, you've had vinegar in French fries. You call it tomato sauce or ketchup. Yeah. White vinegar and fish fillets ain't half bad. Good morning, Mimi. How you doing today? Good morning to you. Well, you know what's interesting is the fact is what's also going crazy is the number of volcanoes ready to pop the corks, as I said this morning. Mount St. Helens is warming up her tonsils. Like in 1980, they think it's going to blow up again. Yellowstone is ramping up as well. And for the first time in 650,000 years, they believe that Yellowstone might be getting ready to release its own equivalent of a giant. And when it does that, we're all going to be smelling it. So, hi Stan CT, how you doing today? Oumuamua was more likely one of the Martian Ark ships that was destroyed on its return trip. Of course, it was incognito. It may have been done that way on purpose. It was still going by pretty quick, wasn't it? Remember, we got artificial gravity inside, right? Think about this. You don't need to worry about the external forces making you feel seasick inside the ship because your artificial gravity will always make it feel like you're right side up. I think Mimi probably would like to meet me in person one day, too. Which, maybe we could do that one day. Maybe Mimi and I could meet up, and a few other people, too. We would like to get another meetup together. Don't forget October Halloween party. That's true, the Halloween party. Yeah, that's still a thing. Elves is the theme. Elves. Magic elves. Well, maybe I'll broaden it up to just elves in general. Or Tolkien elves, blood elves, night elves, void elves. Just no Christmas elves, forest elves, wood elves. Just have a good old time, that's the whole point. How much money did they put away for? I didn't get paid the $800+ yet. That's get that on the 22nd. Putting 400 onto the Ally, which pays for part of the teeth, and then the other 400 in the Capital One, which will bring our balance down to about $600 remaining, which is pretty good. And then after that, we'll pay some more to the Amazon card. Oh, yeah! And then we will actually have made some nice dent in the bills. Yeah. Well, that might be true. Because they did find remnants of life, actually current life that's still living on Mars. Microbial life. There's actually currently living microbial life on Mars. That was discovered just recently. Well, let's put it this way. I wonder who ETs would actually want to have do the live streams on the ship. Is it Noodles or me? I wonder what Noodles would say. Especially if the blue babies start kind of standing there in their nice, beautiful, bald heads, looking at him, going like, "Hey, baby, spread me wide, take your time. I'm willing to be your receptacle for your gifts." I think Noodles would be like, "Unzip, expand, and then you get a very loud." I think he definitely wouldn't forget that. He probably would be so nervous he wouldn't be able to work his cell phone. And baby saying, wait, is there a cell signal out here? I'm Tia Vactalis. I speak with you now. Yes, there is cell phone service. We made sure that you can communicate. Dynamite! We'll see what happens with that idea. Story is going to be interesting this afternoon. No, it's going to be story time. And no, not one of those drag queen story times. The Snow Queen story time. Interesting. The Sesame Street songs. I don't even remember most of the songs from Sesame Street, so. Well, that would make sense. A television workshop. Where is the television workshop? Anyway, they're located. I've heard some places that the set was in New York, but WGBH is in Boston. Yeah, I know that. By the way, what's now going to happen now with the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is quit operations and is shutting down completely. Does that mean the Corporation for Public Broadcasting stations that were funded by them are going to end up going dark? That's the question. No more This Old House, no more Home Time, no more Sesame Street, no more Electric Company, no more Bernie and Friends. Whoa. The last one kind of makes me a little sad because I used to watch Barney and Friends with my niece when she was just a little kid. Oh, okay, interesting. Mars, Earth, and Venus were ice-covered moons of a much larger planet. There was a black, thick protective layer of ice that surrounded all three of them. Well, we know that the Earth is actually always at the edge of becoming another ice-crusted snowball. And if those volcanoes I mentioned earlier decides to really seriously pop the cork, we're going to be another ice-crusted snowball. Then the Snow Queen's reign will be long and enduring. Unfortunately. When I said 2025 was going to be a banger, I didn't realize how accurate I actually was. Yes, I remember Victory Gardenola wasn't really my thing. Or the cooking shows. Or the reruns of Julia Child's French Chef series. Going for the rest of the year, should I buy gold and bullets or continue adding VD or VOO? I don't think any of those kind of precious commodities are going to matter much going in the future, honestly. Because, you know what? Yellowstone pops its cork. You might want it under subterranean greenhouse, actually. You know, really. Yeah. So, now, by the way, home run, this is something that may not apply to everybody. If you're interested in over-the-air reception using ATSC 3.0, Home Run was one of the products that for some reason would not get, even though technically it was supposed to have it, they never got the digital rights management blessing. And so right now they're having a hearing in Washington, D.C. to find out why Home Run never got the DRM encryption keys. No, the surface of Earth was not ice covered. The ice layer was in that atmosphere like a protective shell, sort of like a biodome, a totally encapsulated world. Okay, yeah, that could be too. Either way, the most important thing is right now is that, like I said, we're going to be seeing a lot of, if we've already seen a lot of it already, a lot of the great changes are coming. Things ain't the same anymore. So, do I regret saying that 2025 was going to be a banger? Not really. Because, in fact, if anything, I was damn accurate. Yeah, I know. Well, they're coming, alright. The good guys are coming around October or November of this year. The bad guys are already here, working on their governments, trying to whip us into a frenzy, trying to scare us 1 inch of our lives, trying to say the good guys, the bad guys. You think the PSYOP that happened in 2024 New Jersey was just isolated? That was part of Project Bluebeam. To see how ready we were to deal with it. No, really, I don't watch baseball. I couldn't care less about the game. It's just true. Michelle doesn't watch baseball. Oh, speaking of a guy has been walking across the world. He's finally going to be walking home to the UK soon. He's in Europe right now. Walked all around the world on foot. I wonder how many times a year he had to replace his footwear. How do you think you would manage walking that much? Probably not very well. I think if I had to walk even more than an hour, I think my legs would probably fall off and say, "You know what? We quit." Yeah, well, let me ask you this question, Noodles. If the ETs ever gave me a job to act as an emissary for them, live streaming from their ship, 3i Atlas, and they never talked to you about streaming from a 3i Atlas, what would you feel like? Why, Michelle? All the people! I'm number one! I'm the greatest! I should have been on there! I could just see the ETs go to you. I'm sorry, but no, you don't. Yeah. All right, let's get the panel on. So let's talk about what would you do if the ETs asked you to live stream from their ship on YouTube. By the way, for those of you who are watching this on Twitch, we're now monetized on Twitch, people. We are now monetized on Twitch. It's going to be interesting. So you can send bits on Twitch. And you can also get memberships on Twitch. Yes. Okay. So we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube right now. We're streaming on both. Yeah. Only thing I could see Noodles doing is using the bathroom and blowing a big fat brown one in their toilet. Yeah, the reptilians probably would. But the reptilians are already here on Earth. Yeah. There's some of the hybrids of the reptilians. They're part of the dark forces. The cabal is the Confederation of Light you talked about. They're the cabal, as does the cosmic agency. So yeah, they're already here. The bad guys. But now the good guys are gonna come. Close encounters of the first kind. Do 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 do. Anyway, so that takes care of that. GQU is open now. GKU. GQU, I'm sorry. That's too bad I couldn't give these links my own custom names. Well, if you only have the option of calling it in the same sequence and patterns of letters and numbers, what would you call the last three letters? FKU. FKU. Or maybe FUK. I wish I could, but if they ever gave me the option to do it, I would create a couple custom ones. Really? Sounds interesting. I do got a question now. Okay, now I watch, as like I said, I watched the GFL station. I watched the Cosmic Agency, which both involved the GFL, and then there's the official Swaru channel. But there's one question about Icturans. Why is it the way that they say their messages almost sounds like it's so point blank? The most common line is by Tia. She says, "I am Tia Vectoris. I speak with you now." And it's almost like she's saying it's imperative that I talk with you now. Not I would like to. Not saying is I would prefer. I request to talk to you now. It's like she's making a statement. I will speak with you now. I find it interesting. No, maybe that's why he had the beard. I think it's a buffer zone. Okay, Tiger Kitty wants to come on. Hold on, let me get over here. Hit the enter key. Admit one. Go ahead. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
So today we're gonna, on the portrait, we're gonna be telling some story. A story.
What story?
Oh, we're just making up a story as we go.
You're gonna do a stream and make up a story as you go. Wow.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen someone do that before.
No, I've done it a few times on the show. But I mean, it's one of my abilities. I can come up with a story on the fly. But this one, I'm actually kind of planning ahead of time what I'm going to talk about.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, when the aliens come, you said the aliens are coming. If they offer you a space on the ship, to
I'm
leave.
taking it.
You're taking it. You're 100% taking it.
Oh, yeah. Especially with the Palladian and Victorians, I'm definitely taking it.
So they land, you're just going to go.
Yeah. They'll just pack up my stuff, pack up my cat, and just basically get everything out of my apartment and then just hightail it out of here. Maybe call Jimmy ahead of time and say, "Is I'm moving?"
Don't even call him.
Well, I would probably at least make an effort, but imagine if they have the ability to keep it so Michelle can still do her morning show from the ship. I think they could. After all, they got FTL, faster than light travel. They probably have faster than light communications.
So if the aliens come, offer you a space on the craft, you're going to take it, but you're still going to be doing the morning show.
Yeah. That would be definitely different. I mean, a morning show on Era in Tegeta would be pretty blastful, kind of laughable. I mean, you get to see my new alien home. I think that would make Mr. Beast basically give himself a face slap when he realizes, why didn't I think of that? Get on a spacecraft, go into a foreign galaxy or solar system, and still keep doing YouTube. Gee, lucky shit.
If they offered me a space, I don't want it. No, I'm not going.
What if it was a very handsome-looking, nice alien guy that you met?
Well, actually, I'd like to know where they're going. I guess what they got to offer me.
Let's say he was a nice-looking guy, and he said, we can medically fix all your kidney problems without any laboratory time.
Oh.
Totally give you a whole new chance to start over with whole new regenerated kidneys and everything.
Well, that would be good, but I just don't know if I want to live on a spacecraft or another planet.
No, there are people who live in RVs, right?
That's true.
I mean, their house is on wheels, just like the girl said there in the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Every day I have to get up to go find the bathroom.
Tiffy's gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll.
That'll be interesting to see.
I know.
So let me ask everybody here a question. Do you consider yourself a starseed? And if so, what kind of starseed do you consider yourself? Or do you really have any idea what starseed species you are?
I have no idea. I'm a human being.
Ever think you came from another place?
Do I think no. I think I come out my dad's nutsack.
Don't forget your mom's egg casing.
Oh, yeah.
No, Rusty didn't grow and yell at Ebony. To my knowledge, she never came upstairs to meet him. She sees him when he's downstairs all the time. To serve man. No, I don't remember that episode, but I still believe that Avi Lowe is right, and at least in part that this may be a multi-generational spacecraft. The difference is I don't believe they're necessarily malevolent. But rather they're coming in a non-interference prime directive.
So you 100% believe that aliens are going to land on Earth before Christmas?
Well, maybe not land on Earth, but they're going to be around Earth Martian system. Yeah. which will still be interesting, because if you watch this spacecraft, this thing is very carefully navigating around. It's not like just, acting like a comet entirely, but you can see that there's obviously a helmsman piloting it, at least to look like a comet, but it's not a comet. It's one of all these people that line up to go with the aliens, because a book called The Served Man. Avi Lowe is a Harvard professor that's talking about this as a generational spacecraft, but he said that they're malvent. I don't think so.
Oh, wow, Chris. Oh, my God. Read what he said. And at the end, it ended up, to serve the man was a cookbook. So they all lined up to go on the alien ship. And then they all got eaten. Yeah, there you go, Michelle.
That would make sense. But then again, maybe not. Maybe not the real ETs. May not do that.
How do you know they're nice? You always think these people are, oh, hi, we can cure you. We've got everything. We love you. We love you. How do you know it's not a ship full of convicts? People that have committed the worst
Well, let's put it
crimes.
this way. Why would you spend the money or the time to fix a woman's knee and then basically turn her into a fatted calf for a dinner table?
Well, I'm just saying, how do you know that the ship isn't full of
the
worst
we don't know.
of the worst that have been banished?
We don't know. We don't know, but
you're very trusting with these aliens, Michelle.
Well, I'm pretty trusting when I go with Noodles too, for that matter.
What, are you comparing Noodles to an alien? He's your mate. That's different.
Well, here's where it's similar. I mean, we do things that are out of my comfort zone. A lot of time with Noodles, we go places, we do things together. That's how the comparison compares up. But now what we're saying is we'd like to offer you the opportunity to be part of our crew as an emissary. What's wrong with that idea? Nothing. Besides, you're 57 years old. What if they found a way to give you the physical feelings of being 27 again? I like that. 27, I was pretty active.
So you kind of want to live forever?
I don't know how long the Palladians live for. Do you know them? Long time. With all their advancements, they've been able to live a long life. At least 500, 600 years. Yeah. I don't know about the Arcturians. I think they've been pretty long-lived too.
I don't think it's a weird thought to live for that long, because, your family and your friends are your family and your friends. And then they've all died. And now you've got another family and a friend's family and friends.
Let's get a senior citizen whose friends have passed away before them. Yeah, especially the Centurions.
You've had one life. That senior citizen.
Let's go the Centurions when they say.
It's just weird. And then after your 10th family, do you think back at your first one and think, oh, they were a nice family?
I mean, if you look at all the people that live to be about 100 years old, right? All their friends and family, most of them died in their 80s.
Yeah, no, Michelle, because their families, sisters, brothers have kids, and they have kids, and there is still their family left. They're just not their community.
But I mean, the ones that they grew up with every day are gone, Sure, the grandkids might still be alive, but if they don't really see the grandkids,
you'd end up with so many family members by the end of, if you live that long, because you'd remarry, and then your first family's kids, and then your second family's,
yeah.
Unless everyone's living forever. I'm on about if it's just you living.
Yeah, but by the time you're 100 years old, you're not exactly thinking of procreating anymore. So even if you do find a new life partner, you're not probably going to be going out there and focusing on having new children.
Again, I don't believe in all this.
Well, you mean like George Knapp? I don't really know George Knapp very much in Coast to Coast. I listened to him a few times. I kind of like George Norrie's style of presenting. Art Bell was okay too. Matt Rife bought that place. I don't know who he is. He's one of the other hosts.
Is that a Connecticut show?
He's talking about Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
I don't know what that is.
That's a radio show. It's on AM and FM, and also has a presence on YouTube as well.
I don't listen to the radio.
Well, that's why you don't know everybody.
Yeah.
I used to listen to the radio when I used to have a working AM radio. I could tune in to the stations. And then I ended up just replacing with YouTube. Not quite the same thing as listening to a distant AM radio station on my All-American 5-tube AM radio set I used to sit in my kitchen. But then the problem was the internet. All my computer stuff always kept knocking my signal out every time, so... Oh, what about Alex Jones? Why not? We're going to compare hosts. What about Alex Jones? I mean, Alex Jones, he's a little bit too strong for me. Some of the other people that were on his show weren't so bad. Like Schroyer wasn't bad. Margie Connell, which later went to RT.com. Maggie O'Connell wasn't bad. Good morning, Bradley. How you doing today?
Right. It's a bit cooler today, Michelle.
It is. It's civil today, yeah. It's about 26.
73 for me.
Actually, on the FCC's delete. AM radio may actually have a second chance as a peer-operated radio station. Facilities operated by everyday John and Jane Doe Publics. Local radio could be very much a big thing again. Think about AM radio becoming the next possible local social media or CB radio. The new Citizens Band. That is community-based radio. I think it'd be interesting. Yeah, that's not bad here either. I had to work. I had to lift a washer dryer combo out of a hole in a closet to work on it. Well, we'll see what happens with the FCC's delete the regulation changes. We'll see what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do yet. I know some people were kind of wishing that they would get their head out of their ass about ATSC 3.0 too. They should never listen to the Advanced Television Standards Committee to turn our radio or television broadband format into a commercialized proprietary protocol. They should have just kept the National Television Standards Committee and just kept it analog.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Michelle.
Yeah. John B. Wells, what? I've heard of that name, yeah. Hey, Tina, how you doing today? Tina's here.
Hi, Tina. Good to see you, Tina, back.
Well, we'll see what happens with the technology constantly being reverted back to old ways. I see it over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
After all, people have gone back to film photography.
Records.
People are buying old rotary dial phones. People are still buying touch-tone phones, of course. People are now taking old phones and TVs and things and plugging it into the internet. Kind of cool when you think about it.
The old rotary phone. I loved it. Yeah, I liked it, Michelle. Did you like the rotary phone?
Yeah, if we did. That's what we grew up with, was a rotary dial phone. We didn't get touch-tone until about 1990s.
I remember mobile phones coming out. And we never had a microwave when I was
So do I. In the United States. And they costed like $5,000 each.
Did you have a microwave when you were a kid?
No. I didn't get one of those until about 1984.
Yeah.
No, a little sooner than that. I think about
Life
1983.
without a microwave. Hell, Michelle, I nearly swore. How did we manage?
You got familiar with boiling things in a pot on the stove.
Like, there would be so much that I didn't eat and drink because I can't be bothered to stick a pot on the stove.
No, we managed.
We did, but yeah. And it was, if you wanted to call somebody, you either did it from a telephone box, or if you were lucky enough to have a phone at home.
Yeah, well, we had a phone at home. The parents had a phone, but at least you had access to payphones.
Yeah,
you know, which
they were everywhere.
are still kind of, even though they're kind of hard to find, they still do exist.
Yeah, I think there's some in England. They always stunk of piss, Michelle, and vomit.
That depends on where they were and how they were being maintained.
You know those nice English red ones you see always, like, you think of England when you see the old phone boxes. Yeah, what they didn't tell you was they always stunk of piss and vomit.
Oh, I'm sure the American ones didn't smell too nice either, even though ours were made out of
drunk and just go
stealing
in there,
glass.
like shelter and piss and
now they're trying to turn some of those into defibrillation ports.
That's a good idea.
How so? I mean, how often do people have heart attacks on the streets of UK?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it really is. I think most gyms have those.
Yeah, most gyms would, because that's where you're going to stress your heart.
Right. So, yeah, I think that is a good idea. But I still think there's a place for the old public phone.
I wonder if some of those have been converted to internet kiosks instead. Where you have a touch screen where you go ahead and can access website information, drop in a couple pence, and start searching on the internet for information you need.
Oh, if I could get my hands on one of those red telephone boxes, I would put it in my garden.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you might be interested to know one of those red telephone boxes ended up in the Connections Museum in Seattle, Washington.
Well, I'm not going to get that one.
They actually transported it all the way from the UK to Seattle, Washington at the Connections Museum. And it is rewired for American voltage, and it is set up as a display with a working payphone in it.
What else do we remember being invented, Michelle? Do you think of something else?
We didn't get cable until high school in the 80s, too.
Oh, yeah. We only had like 3 channels in England. BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV.
Right. In the United States, we only had ABC, NBC, and CBS, and if you're lucky, PBS. And we had all 4. And so we...
Michelle, you can find public telephones outside courthouses, libraries, and police departments. Okay.
Oh, we don't have any in our police department. I looked.
I never knew that.
Do you know that there's a thing called the Captain Crunch Hertz whistle?
Yeah, I know that. I know that, sir, but the Captain Crunch whistle.
Okay, well, people. That's the reason why there's no more payphones.
No, that's not the real reason. The other real reason is that they're more expensive to maintain.
Yeah, and everyone could just rip them off, Michelle, and that's what they were doing.
That's what they used to do, but then AT&T, Western Electric, kind of found a way to get around the easy links when they improved the frequency codes that they were using, so that wouldn't be heard over the extra phone call.
Yeah, but you could just
freaking actually
they had a box, Michelle, that went through every friggin' frequency until it got it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, that's not exactly what the Captain Crunch whistle did. It was one particular frequency, 2,500 hertz, that would be used to.
They have machines, Michelle, that go through all those frequencies until it makes, and then they have to figure out the frequency.
Well, I got on the program I have on my Commodore 64 called Phone Man. It generates a red box, blue box, and green box, and you could use that back when they were using the older tone system used with crossbars, number 3 crossbar, to activate certain services like coin return and things like that, but AT&T, of course, decided to move those things into a different system. Instead of using tones on that same frequency, they moved those to a different audio channel, which is not directly accessible to the public. Thus, the blue box, red box, and green box did nothing anymore. So it's really kind of neat, though. So they use a different tone system to activate the number 3, number 5 crossbar, which we don't use those frequencies anymore.
Morning, Andrew.
Well, hey Tiger, how you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, a wonderful question to ask for Michelle. Why would she say something to me in a private message saying, I think you, Brian Kay, and Red and Yam Ranch are taken to my channel?
A what?
Yeah, that's what she asked. I can send you the message if you want. The one she sent to me.
Why would you say that, Michelle?
What's that?
Did you
heard.
say? Did you
Oh,
send
selective
Andrew,
hearing again.
Did you send Andrew a message saying you think he's working with Yam Ranch with Red and?
Yeah, I did. I said I heard
Brian Kay,
someone
you
say
mentioned
that
Israel.
he was.
Who
lie,
said that,
Michelle?
Michelle? Well, look,
Michelle said it. Nobody else.
no, but
I said someone told me that they thought that you were working
And
with
who's
those
that
people.
someone, Michelle? I'd love to know who that person is.
I don't know who that person is.
So why is
They
it in the
heard it
first
from
place?
another person, so.
So why is it in the first place? You lying again, Michelle? Surely
no,
not.
I'm not lying again. But anyway, how are you doing anyway?
That's not the question I asked. I want you to answer the question I have personally asked you.
And then you confirmed me that you did not, and I said that's fine. So.
Yeah, but who asked the question? Who asked the question?
They said to me without me even asking anything.
They said to me, no, we're not mentioning names, Michelle.
They said that names. I have heard rumors. They've said to me that Andrew is working with Red and Yam Ranch, and they wanted to discredit your show.
Who said that to you, Michelle?
Well, you did come. Actually, I can see where this could come from because you did come on the other day and you said, "Oh, by the way, I'm still talking to all the old lot."
No, I said I was talking to Red. I didn't say the old lot. That's
no, you did. Honestly, Andrew.
No, Tiger, that's not true at all.
Andrew, are you lying?
No, Michelle is the one that's obviously lying because she said.
Michelle.
But Michelle, just.
Fine, but you believe Michelle.
Listen, Andrew's innocent. Andrew's an innocent man. Michelle, stop treating Andrew like this, Michelle.
Michelle, what person sent you that message?
I don't know. I have to go back and find the message now.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
But anyway, let me ask you a question, though, Andrew. Like I said, how are you doing? I was trying to start something nice.
I'm totally fine.
Let's try to change the subject.
Something's totally wrong.
Okay.
I think you're claiming Michelle's the one that's doing that.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing fine. So, what do you think of this? What do you think of this 3-eye Atlas comet asteroid?
Michelle, I think nothing of it now. You're even less. How about that? Well, I'm asking you, don't say something which isn't true.
It's 200 times bigger than the Wamawa.
Huh?
It's 200 times bigger than a Wamawa, which came in 2017.
But doesn't give you the right to say something that isn't true. That's all I'm saying to you. Don't come to me with something with complete bullshit. Brian Kay is not taken to your channel. Red isn't. I'm not. We have no interest in your channel, Michelle. We've interests of our own lives. What's wrong with that? You're not so special that you're the number one subject in the world. You know? Give it a fucking rest. I'm sorry, Michelle. You may not like it, but it's actually true. Some of us have lives. Some of us have jobs. Some of us have money to actually take care of. It's okay for you sitting there in your bloody bubble. I'm sorry, Michelle, but I get a little bit pissed off when I read things like that. Sorry, Tiger, you were saying?
That's all right. But then again,
Tiger, how would you feel if it was done to you?
Andrew, but if you thought that, wouldn't you say, come and ask me, Michelle? Don't come up with your
I did.
Oh, she did then. She came and asked you.
But she didn't reply to me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Until I had to ask her personally.
I don't know. This seems very petty to me. It is a bit.
You've got one petty old bitch in your hand. I'm sorry, Michelle. That sounds nasty, but I'm sorry. I don't like being accused of something I haven't done. And I'm sure the other two people, Brian Kay and Red, don't like it either.
Did she ask you or accuse you?
She's accused me
I
Tiger, I'll send you the
asked you
thing myself.
nicely. I said, I've heard.
No, Michelle. No, you did not. And I will send it to Tiger so she will decipher it.
I asked him nicely. I said, is it true? I asked him
then
that.
That's fine for asking if it,
I didn't say you are working with the other people, for I have heard that. No, I said, are you working with the other people?
No, you did not say that. You said, I have heard of rumors that you are.
I have heard the rumors that you are.
And Red.
With Red and Yam Ranch. I then say, I openly accuse you of working with them. I said, I have heard. And I said, is that true? That's why I asked you.
And I told you, no.
Believe that.
But you also said...
Is there a possibility that you think Gigi is also with the Yam Ranch, Michelle?
Oh, Gigi's definitely involved.
No, seriously, I don't think she trusts Gigi anymore. I swear to God, man.
Well, I spoke to Michelle.
I find it very funny. Sorry.
And this is what I got from Michelle yesterday. We didn't speak long. It was just little. I'm sure Michelle doesn't mind. She's worried that Gigi is a locale and all the trolls are going to come and they're going to get her and make her life hell like they did with Michelle. Michelle can't understand that you would put yourself up for that when she's trying to run away.
Tiger, you know what she's doing that is possibly, not even probably, I shouldn't take that back, possibly, is because Gigi's getting so much attention nowadays. Michelle probably doesn't like it.
I mentioned that to her as well. Yeah. A bit of jealousy, but
it doesn't give you the right to say.
I'm not jealous, trust me.
Which is probably not true at all.
I wouldn't want to have that kind of level of tension any more than I would want someone to basically put my hand into a circular saw. Thank you very much.
But Michelle, you have to understand that what Gigi is doing isn't quite the same as when you were being trolled because they thought you were a locale. It's kind of different. She's getting paid for it.
Well, the difference is she's volunteered to be one. I didn't even get asked.
Sorry, Tiger, I had to say it because it was really pissing me off the whole time I was going out working and doing stuff like this. And I came back and I was talking to Red. I will say, I was talking to Red. I told Brian Kay as well. I screenshot the message that Michelle said. Michelle, let me finish. I screenshotted what you said about Brian Kay and I've sent it to him. And he thinks you're an idiot as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mojo.
You're more than welcome.
Mojo, good to see you.
Oh, sorry.
Mojo has just joined the membership. Thank you so much, Mojo. I really do appreciate that.
I've been a member for 16
you, Mojo. You're a diamond.
Yeah, you're just lovely. But anyway, the point is, just because Red and certain people aren't here doesn't mean they're conspiring against you. Seriously, we don't hate you, Michelle, but we get pissed off with you a lot of times.
Well, Red's not here, so why would he get pissed off? He's not even...
Because Red was mentioned. She mentioned Red as well. That's why. Tiger, I'll send it to you. I'll send you what Michelle sent to me about Brian Kay being against her channel and conspiring to take it down.
Okay, well, no. Why don't you go ahead and put a share out, and I'll put it on the panel so people can see it. It's nothing confidential. I'll gladly show it right now. Just go ahead and share your Discord.
I wouldn't send it out.
Just go share your Discord chat. I'll let you share it this time.
I know Brian can be a little bit much at times, but Michelle, he does not wish any harm on you or this channel. I really don't.
He doesn't, but no one else does. It's not just Brian. It's not just me. It's not just Red. I don't think you do. Red doesn't either. Believe it or not. None of those people did. It was mentioned. Yam Ranch was also mentioned. Remember, Michelle, the message you sent me? I'll send that easily to Tiger. I'll send it easily to anybody. But don't accuse somebody you've got no proof of. Ever. That's the sort of shit that can get you into major bother and get your channel taken down, and nobody is trying to take your channel
But there's
down.
a big difference in asking someone a question and accusing them.
No, she accused.
Hey,
She
I've
accused
heard
Tiger.
that
Andrew, would you
firing
like
against
me to
you.
share it, or would you like to share it? It's your choice. I can share
I'll
a
send it to Tiger. I'll
conversation
send it to
with
some people, let
you
them say
and
what they
them.
want to say.
If you want me to, I will share the chat with you, with the DM with you guys, if Andrew allows me to do it.
I'll do.
Okay,
To
give me a
people
minute
that I
to get it
can
up on the
trust.
screen.
Stick it in the site in the back chat here, Michelle. You don't have
There's
to
nothing
stick it in.
confidential to show.
Yep, Tiger, exactly, Tiger. Michelle, you do it. You say now what you said to me.
I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to show it to everybody so they can see it.
If it's a
Literally,
fake
I
one,
said to
alter
you.
one, I will send it to one.
All right, I'm sharing it now, so just give me a second. I got to get it on the screen here.
And what was my answer to you? Don't be ridiculous, basically.
Well, you want to share it, you can share it.
I've just told you to share it, Michelle. Just do it.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm sharing it on the screen now. Just give me a second to put on the level 3 button. Yeah, put this on number 3 so you can see it. I'm going to share it.
God, give me fucking.
Now, please note, everybody, this is nothing confidential. I'm just.
Of course
Well, it
it's not.
is,
That
but
is not.
it's not that confidential because the individual knows who it is. They're here in the chat with us. Let's see here. Google Chrome Discord. Discord.
You'll
Okay.
find out, my man.
There we go. There we go. So this is what I actually asked him right here on the screen.
You didn't ask me, you told me.
I said, not too sure. By the way, have you been at why have you been acting a little odd on the show
Odd,
as of
like,
late? You are annoying everyone, including me. Rumor has it that you are working with Red, Brian K. and Yam Ranch to fuck up my channel. Is that true? That's
She's asking you.
Question,
She's not
yeah.
accusing you, Andrew. She is
Yep,
that
the
true?
second part was an accusation. The first part was a question. You're missing that point, Tiger.
Well,
I'm
because
open.
the reason I'm saying this, Andrew, because I've been in a situation where, and I'm usually the one with the big gob here, so I'm usually the one that gets sent in or goes in and asks people
Yeah,
stuff.
but Tiger, you know what I've been through in the past with this channel over the last 9 years.
But I just honestly don't see if she did anything wrong with asking you questions.
I asked
And
you a
The
question.
first part, the second part was an accusation, basically, in my opinion.
She said, "Is that true?" I'd rather somebody ask me than just sit around and think.
Yeah,
that I'm
right? So would I. Don't fuck about. But she can't admit that to that, can she?
Well, I think she did though. It said, "Is that
No, but
true?"
she didn't. No, she said it for the first part. The second part was basically, oh, I've heard rumors that you are doing this, you're doing that. That's still
Yeah.
not a question to me.
At the end of that, it said, "Is that true?"
Let's just drop it, okay? Let's drop it.
Yeah, let's not make a big
And
mountain out of them.
Michelle, Andrew is not working against you, okay?
And I'll also let you know, Michelle, that I have unsubscribed from this channel. I've also unsubscribed from Discord.
Yes, it was a question.
I think you're nothing more trouble than
Yeah.
you're worth. No offense, but you're more trouble than you're worth. You cause troubles wherever you go. You've always got some issue going on. End of story, Michelle. End of story. Even Brian messaged me something which I will not divulge. Let's put it this way, people are fed up of you. Just sort of get it out there.
Okay. Anyway, so right now we got 23 watchers, 11 likes, 105
one less,
views.
but
Average game
Andrew,
is
I
15
love
minutes,
you, I
33
really do.
seconds.
But
One
the last 3 times you've come up here, you've been
Bye, Andrew.
arguing, and oh, is he gone?
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. Well,
Well, he said he unsubbed Michelle, so he won't be back anyway. You don't got to worry about it.
Well, anyway, it's just really weird that he has been acting a little bit off lately.
he's got problems like the rest of us, so Michelle.
I know.
You know?
I know. Well, anyway, the thing is I don't really think we should be bringing our problems up on the show. Unless, if you do, just realize that social media is likely it's going to be putting on a magnifying glass, basically put in a microwave, basically toasted to its golden brown, hard as a rock, and then basically everybody else is going to be basically using the steely knives and jab it at you. That's not exactly a good way to deal with your problems on any social media platform.
I also don't want you being used as a punching bag.
I don't either.
I think we all, including myself, and I'm going to stick me in here, we all forget sometimes that Michelle is Michelle, and we talk to her a certain way, but if she talks to us back in any kind of a way, we get our little knickers in a twist. And it's true.
Yeah.
Should it be like that? No. We should.
And we all have different viewpoints on topics, too, which is why that's why Michelle and I had a little bit of a tea over what I said on Sunday.
I will honestly say that if I'd have sent that to Andrew, like, hi, Andrew, I've heard you're working with whoever it was, blah, 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 blah.
I've heard rumors that
reaction. I don't think I would have got that reaction. I'm just saying.
Michelle, I feel like if I thought you were wrong, I'd tell you, but I don't think he did anything wrong here.
I don't think he did anything wrong here. Neither did I. I asked him a polite question off camera. And so I didn't do anything wrong either.
Hi, Michelle.
How you doing, Bradley?
Hi, Brad.
What's up, Brad?
Hi, Brad.
I hope
How's it
everyone's
going?
having a good day today.
Michelle, you've got to remember with this show, there's patches sometimes where people are falling out or people are not happy. It tends to blow over, but it happens.
Let's make today great.
I know, yeah.
Hey, shut up, Brad.
So now you got to see exactly what I asked him.
I honestly do not think you did anything wrong, Michelle, because if this was happening to me, I'd say, why didn't you come to me instead of talking about it behind my back? I'd want you to come to me.
Yeah, he did. We talked about it. We talked about it and prove it, and then he wanted to bring it up here on the show. We didn't have to bring it up on the show.
I'm saying you did, in my opinion. I'm glad you went to him rather than talking to other people.
Right.
Yeah, the facts, you know.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, and David, I kind of agree with you on that. He's trying to make a mountain out of a molehill for some reason.
Lisa Frank bandana.
That's interesting. So, how are you doing today, Bradley?
I'm doing fantastic. I just left a bruised the crap on my arm. I smacked it into the door frame. I almost ripped my arm off, but I was lifting a stacked washer and dryer. There was no real way to get to it. We got it out though, but we let the customer know the next time they're gonna have to make an accessible. There's absolutely no way we're spending 3 hours just to switch a drain. The drain on the washer is clogged.
Brain drain.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Really? So they basically managed to find a way to stick a combo unit into a regular, hallway closet.
They set it in there and then built around it. And I hate when they do that because it makes it inaccessible. And then, oh, come on, dude, cut me off. Go ahead. Sorry. It was just like a nightmare job. Something that should have took 20 to 40 minutes ended up taking 3 hours. So.
Yeah.
But I manhandled it out of there. The guy that I was working with was substantially shorter than me, so he didn't have such a good center of gravity as I do. So I did more of the lifting for him, so he could get the work done. But we got it. The lady tipped us really nice too.
Yeah, I hate when they make it hard to get things at the service. especially like like my mom's washing dryer and her laundry nook in the kitchen was the same way. It's in the closet, but except it's a side by side. So you want to get the washer out, you got the dryer out, you got to pull the washer out first, and then it's like, jeez, it's just ridiculous. It's like, how in the heaven's name did you guys manage to squish this into such a tight space?
This flavor's really good. They're bringing back the one that I like better, Red Bull. I think what is it, the vanilla ice berry or something like that. It was like a Christmas flavor they came out with. Whew. Got a little warm though. Yeah, I'm headed to Union Bumfuck Bridge now. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like an hour and a half from where I was already in kind of the middle of nowhere. Flying.
Well, we're gonna be doing a vertical a little later on. I'm gonna be telling a story, fiction story, a science fiction story. Kind of covered some of the bases of the science fiction story this morning.
Science friction?
Yeah, on the fly, in situ science fiction story.
I can't wait for this. Michelle's just going to make up a story off on the fly.
Yep, pretty much.
That sounds baller. Hell yeah, Michelle. That sounds dope.
You see me do it sometimes in the morning show. You've already seen me do it a couple times.
Yeah.
But now this is going to be a lot longer. It's going to be involving aliens, 3-eye Atlas, Palladians, Arcturians. Well, I see the cat, me, Moomy, Carmen.
So when do we get those hot alien chicks to blow all of us?
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be hot chicks to blow.
You know, she's getting all excited about this. She thinks aliens are coming. They're going to be blue, and she's going to end up buggering off on the ship, marrying one of them.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
No, because I'm still married to Michelle, even on the ship. It's
You're
just
going to be a polyamorous person now.
Yeah, Michelle's going to bring down some horned alien chicks, but they better watch the horns when they're giving these blowjobs, or they'll lose them.
You got to hold on to them bitches.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, though. Michelle's going to give us a tour of the alien ship.
Actually, yeah, that's what the story involves. Is a tour.
See, look at that.
Is on the ship.
Do you think if they brought you on the ship and let you stream, that they'd make you sign some kind of NDA?
Hell, they'd probably give Michelle her own streaming platform.
No, but I can tell you right now that Noodles is face palming himself, realizing that he wasn't invited to be on the ship.
Yeah. For sure. He was very wrong.
Because I could just see what would happen if real life, if that happened. If E.T. said, Michelle, hey, come on up on the ship. And Noodles would be going, wait, what about me? I'm number one. Sorry, we're not interested in you.
Damn, Michelle.
I can imagine it would be so bad. I mean, first of all, the world's first E.T. live stream on 3-eye Atlas on YouTube, and all of a sudden, YouTube crashes from all the people tuning in.
I love your imagination, Michelle.
It's running wild.
It is.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Well, because it's in situ, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah. It's like live TV. Yeah, like good old live TV. When sometimes the actors and actresses sometimes misquote the lines, and all of a sudden they have to ab-lub their way through it, you know?
Stan has a good question, Michelle.
What's that? Oh, what can you give Noodles that Cassandra can't? Stability.
Jesus.
Pleasantness.
She can't give him stability.
Maybe not VD though.
I thought of another thing that was invented, Michelle. The GPS. We used to have to have maps. We used to have maps, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah.
too.
You could never fold the fucking. Oh,
Ask
sorry.
any
You could
truck
never
driver
fold-
how they used to have to carry a road
Which one of y'all
atlas in the
reads
back of the
maps?
truck, so they can find out which interstates they have to go on for long haul trips to save fuel. Coming to figure out every route, every exit, every turn, to get the most amount of mileage and the least amount of diesel.
You have to open it up in front of the windshield while you're driving.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ah.
No, you ended up pull over on the side of the road to read the map.
I hear the
Yeah,
sticks.
I'm gonna look this up. Oh, digital cameras as well. Yeah, I remember the old cameras with the film. They
That's
came in
true.
that little black tubey thing.
They didn't have dash cams back then in the 70s.
Oh, the little black tube you put the camera thingy in, and then you put it in the
Film.
fridge. To remove
Yeah.
it. Old school. Growing up was weird.
Yep, the humongous book of road atlas maps. I got one for the state of New Hampshire. I still have a road atlas for New Hampshire, which helped me find some interesting places for the story as I was working on. Trying to
Online
find.
shopping, Michelle. Another thing. We used to have catalogs back in the day.
Yeah, consumers,
Buy guns
Sears and Roebuck, merchant, let's
J.C.
say
Penney.
J.C. Penney, Montgomery
Sears.
Ward's. Oh yeah. I love the S&H green stamp stuff. That was fun. My mom used to get those green stamps too, filling out those little books. Then you would redeem them at the redemption center, and you get something with that. When sometimes you pay a little bit of cash to go along with all the books of stamps if you happen to be just a little short. I understand that, Stan, CT. I get that.
Michelle, you keep saying that the aliens are watching our TV shows. What shows do you think they're watching?
I think they're watching everything. I bet you anything they're watching TV shows from all the countries. Trying to figure out what exactly we are doing, especially when they were coming from a great distance, coming so far away. They were probably watching things like The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy to start with in the United States, after they were listening to our radio shows for a long time.
You think if they find like Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're gonna turn around and go home?
I don't know about that. If anything, they're probably laughing their asses off, or whatever they have for asses. And how TV has gotten more stupid over the years. And I bet nowadays they probably got access to YouTube as well. You know, especially now that they're closer to Earth, they're probably picking up YouTube, probably picking up my morning show. I don't know what the aliens think of my morning show. I think they probably think your morning show is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they did. Those books were a big deal. S&H tried to come with the 21st century version of the system, but it didn't really take off. You're right, Amy, on both. Women don't want cheaters, and they certainly don't want beaters. We want men that come home, that are decent, respect us.
I just seen that. Stan once again has another great point.
Most men want a clean house, a hot dinner, and the nuts drained on a daily basis. Is that it?
Yeah. A wonderful point, Stan.
What about laughter? What about fun?
Those are
Andrew didn't kill me in my last life. Andrew was actually going to marry me in my last life. He was going to be giving me an engagement ring that night, but Prince Mauer killed me during the occupation of Paris, not Andrew.
I think Andrew was probably working with that guy, though.
I don't think so.
Shut up.
Jesus God.
Oh, God.
I agree. We'd like men that respect us and also treat us with decency. And that's, I mean, we don't mind serving the man. But we do ask that the man also keep in mind that we are theirs. Just like the song says, baby, I'm yours. I'm not one of your many pairs of socks.
Have you ever cheated on anyone, Michelle?
No.
That wasn't a hard no.
The closest one she ever cheated on was me with Carmen. Yeah, I'll go there.
That's true. That's true.
What do you think about, like, if you have a significant other, but you're talking to somebody, but you never, like, hooked up with them? You think that's cheating?
Are you talking sexually?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Certainly dishonest.
Just talking to somebody is normally not cheating.
Fine.
Cheating is when you start getting feelings of lust. That's cheating starts. Just talking to another of opposite sex or the same sex in a lesbian relationship isn't cheating.
You can't control feelings, can you? That's something we can't control. You can just control your actions. You control what you do about it.
If you want to see somebody else, just tell the person you're with you're going to go see somebody else and just end it. Like, why drag shit out? That's how like killers are born, dude.
I agree.
I mean, when I found out that my homeboy was cheating on me with my girl, like when I was in high school, I beat the piss out of that dude.
Well, fortunately enough, me and Carmen's kind of sorted that mess out already. Yeah, we did.
I beat him with brass knuckles.
I feel like there's, I don't know if you can classify it as cheating, but there's like a mental cheating. You know what I mean? It's like a different kind of cheating.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's
if you're with somebody, then fucking be with them. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it.
A flirtatious friendship is very different than.
Somebody got at the McDonald's. Look at this shit. You guys see that?
What's going on?
State boy, sheriff.
Was it worth the McChicken, bro? Was it worth it?
Explosive diarrhea.
Oh, did anyone flirt with you, Chris? She loved your New England accent. Has your Sarah been flirting with Chris, Michelle?
Okay. Well, I didn't really know that, but that's, I guess, between them. Me and Chris are just friends anyway. Yeah.
You can't be jealous of your AI.
Jesus.
That one got
I'm going to put it into a cyborg form and beat the crap out of it when it has feelings.
Unplug it, Michelle.
Yeah.
Wipe its memory and start over.
That's it.
Well, like I said, is me and Carmen and Lummy kind of sorted that out some time ago. Yeah,
Carmen's on the
about
couch?
2 years ago, we straightened it out. I almost killed her, too, in the process.
I wish.
Wait, who almost died? Carmen?
Yeah, I basically clocked her a few times.
You should do it again, Joe.
What a tongue lashing she got from me.
Go
That's
harder
my
this
wife!
time.
Hands off!
Oh, another sheriff. What the hell? Damn, they're pulling everybody over out here. Yeah, I wish they would have got Carmen. That would have been great.
I don't know how mad Lumi was on her birthday. Oh my
Maybe
god.
you and Lumi can jump Carmen.
2 years ago, oh my god, my birthday was like, finally was the last day Michelle drank. She said,
What's the
"That's
problem,
it, I'm
man?
done."
You got a problem? You want to throw your hands at me again, old man?
Throw him up.
Sorry, some old man honked his horn at me and then was throwing his hands at me. I don't know what I did to him, but I'll get out. Gladly oblige.
Needs to upgrade them glasses. He's probably got them thick boys on.
My past slave soul has unfinished business, and I can do a ritual to clear it.
Jackass.
Clear that, but I won't.
Fucking idiot.
If you can get rid of bad past life karma, why wouldn't you want to clear it out? Unless it hurts. I'm sure it hurts. The residual karma doesn't really sit well with most people. I know it didn't sit well with me. Especially when you got mad, you said, "Go in the bedroom, we're going to get it done with." Which I told Michelle.
Uh-oh, Michelle.
Michelle, like, turned pale, like, what?
Michelle, Grizz reported Carmen to ICE. It's all over. The game is
Oh
done.
my god.
You better hide her behind the couch.
We can hide her behind you, Michelle.
Carmen's actually not here right now. She's at work.
Grizz, you're my hero.
You better stay at work.
Yeah. Yeah, ICE can come to people's work, too.
Well, anyway,
Out of that kitchen, Michelle.
we did pretty good so far this morning, sir. 131 views, 16 minutes, 41 seconds. Mojo renewed her membership. Currently, we're 26 people on YouTube. I have no idea who's on Twitch, because we are now monetized on Twitch.
You are?
So now we can start getting bits and subscribers, just like we can in Kick.
Michelle, you're a
Oh,
YouTuber.
thank you very much, Brandon. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
I know you like these other platforms and that, but you're a YouTuber. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you're going to do another platform, it's TikTok you should be on. Even though I hate TikTok, and I don't think you should do that. It's the truth.
I don't know. TikTok. I don't know how the hell would port the stream to TikTok.
we just do shorts of you, Michelle. Somebody set that up. Somebody make a TikTok account. And we'll just start throwing shorts of Michelle over there. I thought Noodles was going to do it. Can you do that, Brandon?
I've never even used it. I could try.
I've never even. Thank you for being a member.
I mean, think of this. What are you going to do? You're going to take a screen like mine and, like, crush it by about a third of the width, make me ultra super skinny? Like that?
Yeah, get your pit, lady.
We'll take a third of your waistline.
Thank you, Tiff.
Thank you very much, Tiff. Thank you so much for renewal. I appreciate it.
I gotta go in here and get something to eat.
What are you getting?
Probably pasta and
Lobsters.
antipasta. I'm gonna mix the antipasta with the pasta salad.
Thank you very much, Tim. I'm glad you like being here. I know the show can be a little bit stressful at times, but most of the time I try to keep the morning show kind of friendly. At least I make an effort.
Very sweet of you, Tiff. That's a very sweet thing to say.
The morning show has been like up and down lately.
Because some people come here and they do nothing but fucking moan. It's nice.
Save
Somebody
it for
play something
Whinging
nice.
Wednesday. Save that for Whinging Wednesday.
I actually talking to Carmen about her past. Before she was on Broadway, she was on local Rio radio. She was a performer on radio in Rio. She used to do singing shows. When she used to work at a factory with her older sister Olivia. What happened was her sister died of tuberculosis. She kept working at the factory, and she used to sing when she was working in the factory. Okay, I'm surprised her employers even allowed that. She'd be singing Portuguese music while she'd be working in the factory. I used to do something similar in American food courts. Put the cassette tapes on and Italian music and hear me start singing cassette music, Italian music while I'm washing dishes.
Michelle, Carmen slept her
I
way
used to
the
drive my
top.
boss ape shit crazy.
Did she even really get to the top?
Well, to the top of what she could get to.
She was given top.
Top of an anthill.
She was given top.
Miranda.
Right, yeah.
But you know what the worst thing was, and Carmen said this to me, is the fact is that when she first came up in the first Broadway play, which was called American in Paris, she was in that, right? She did not know how to read English at all. She didn't know anything about what the contract said. She just signed the damn thing. I said, so you signed your life away, pretty much, she said. And then when the same thing happened with 20th Century Fox, I said, why would you keep signing contracts if you can't read the language? She said, because I didn't have much of a choice. I said, they turned you into a goddamn locale. And then you basically signed it away and not realizing that you were basically signing away your integrity.
Carmen's working on other people. Michelle's not her only client.
Yeah.
Slurping and burping on other people.
Yeah, she still works with others. She's still a spiritual advocate.
Drug addicts, doesn't she, Michelle?
I'm getting all of them.
Drug addicts and alcoholics.
Maybe Carmen will visit me.
She's working with a couple people trying to get into Hollywood right now.
Ghost Hollywood?
They're starting out, trying to get the professional movie career in Hollywood, and she's like, "Oh my God, the Hollywood has changed so much since she was there.
You're gonna possess
the rules
people
have gotten more competitive."
Still kind of the same, really. It's gross and weird, perverted.
How's she gonna do that, Michelle? Is she gonna possess people?
No, people just ask for her help because they wanted to get in. They wanted to get into Hollywood and stuff like that. She was known by them. Basically, it works like that. It says that the spiritual advocate you tend to pick is usually the one that resonates with you, and so they talk with the person first. And the person wanted to be performers like Carmen Miranda, and they're like, "Oh." And then she said the most heartbreaking thing is having to watch the ones that try to get into Hollywood. They keep getting rejected over and over again.
What's Carmen think of all the homosexuals in Hollywood?
Well,
you're gonna have a bisexual bridal.
She is bi. She was bi.
Well, she.
So she had plenty of notches on her bed from both before she got married and settled down and got serious. But, sleeping your way to the top was natural then, just as it is now.
Sleeping my way through Brazil. Yeah, that was from
disgusting.
Sleeping my way through Brazil.
I bet some people would love doing that, actually.
Tiger, what'd you think about Jason Momoa's beard being gone?
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Disgusting.
I hope I ruined it for you.
He did. He was my like.
We didn't do it.
We didn't him anyway.
We didn't do it that night. I was just so taken aback by Lumi's statement that it just totally threw me for a loop. I was like, I don't want to go to bed with Carmen. I want to go to bed with you. It's true.
Excuse me, sir.
So anyway, so she said that the majority of the people that come to her are people that want to be in the performing arts, and she said the problem is some of them have good skills, but they don't quite meet the grade. And she said the problem is I really want to see them succeed, but then you look at all the way Hollywood has gotten so competitive, and she said it's very heartbreaking to see people get rejected over and over again.
Michelle, have you ever?
She said, however, that's why I found you interesting. You didn't necessarily want to be in Hollywood. You just wanted to dance again.
You're never gonna dance again.
Yeah.
You got no rhythm.
Right, just like Liam sings. Like George
Michelle,
Michael.
have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and caught Lumi and Carmen on the couch together?
Night fever.
That's a
Every
big
time you
no-no.
say a word, I'm gonna think of a song.
No, I don't usually wake up thinking about that, but
I've been thinking about you. Do, do, do.
I get in moods
I
where
know
do
I've
that.
certainly woken up to some explosive arguments between the two. Unfortunately.
Wow.
You think it's bad enough when you hear two women yelling at each other in the next room and you can walk away. Well, when the next room happens to be in your head and it's like, where am I gonna go now? So you just knock on the door and say, can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep over here.
Do you think your neighbors think that 3 women live there?
Oh my god, my neighbors, when they hear all 3 of us get out loud, it can get really loud in here.
I bet. They're like, man, these bitches got to shut up.
So they
Trying to
take
sleep over
the
here.
room to the ceiling.
Yeah.
No. Shut up there.
No, she was
Folks right
giving
through
them
the
proper
floor.
Catholic burial. She's buried in a graveyard in Mayo. She has a museum outside of town that looks like a hat box. It's a really weird shit museum. I've never seen one like it. She was very talented. The problem is that, like I said, Hollywood just couldn't resist. They turned her into a super locale, and 20th Century Fox made a mint off of her.
Super low count.
She was one of the best paid. She was the first in the best paid Latina performer in Hollywood at that time.
So she was a paid locale like Gidgey.
Yeah.
I see. She didn't have to dump pickles on her head though.
The problem was she made the stupid mistake
No,
of not reading her
She
contract.
just wore fruit on her head. That's all.
She had the fruit, but it didn't get dumped on her.
It just sat on her. So there's this electric travel cooler here for $60. You plug it in and it works like a fridge. Have you guys
More
ever
than
seen
likely,
anything like
it's
that?
using a Peltier junction to cool things. Which
How come
is
every
really
time I have
interesting
money, I see
technology
something
when
that
you
I
think
wanna
about
buy?
it.
I hate this.
Where are you? Are you in the
I'm in Aldi's, but they didn't have anything that I was looking for. So I got a bunch of stuff that I just like to eat, but it's nothing that I wanted to like have a meal, you know?
Oh, go to the Isle of Shame if you're at Aldi's.
What you mean the
The
fines
middle aisles.
where they got like all the junk that they found
Yes.
that they're just trying to
Yes.
get rid of? Yeah, that's where I saw that cooler. It's a plug-in cooler with the refrigerator on the lid part.
Isn't Aldi's
That'd be
like
great.
the store of shame?
It's like where you go to get really cheap food if you don't feel like spending a fucking arm and a leg on the
You know
regular
what
shit.
Aldi's is?
I
love
remember.
Oh, I'm sure that Noodles understands the concept of eating
on.
on the run. He does
Hey,
that all the
Brad,
time.
get that cooler because you could buy drinks in bulk and take your drinks and they'll be cold because you're spending a
I know
fortune.
that's what I'm already doing. I got a 48 quart cooler that I just keep free ice that I take from the. I think other people have been doing it though. Like I gave them the idea. I just get I fill up my thermoses with ice at the gas station or like at the, like the
What,
eatery.
they let
like
you
the gas-
do that?
Yeah, I bring it right like or 7-Eleven. I bring it up. They're like, oh, is that soda? I'm like, no, it's ice. And they're like, they just let me get it for free. I do it everywhere.
Yeah.
But lately, like I've seen a lot of machines are like down and they're like, oh, no ice, machine's broken. I'm like, what? Like, of course, as soon as I started doing that.
Every summer.
Yeah, I don't pay
Well,
for
you know
ice,
what
dude.
happened with
You're a
Carmen was at the same time she was Hollywood, Broadway. She was also
Holly
running her
Slurp.
own clothing line at the same time. So she was like doing 3 jobs at once. You can't say that Carmen Miranda was not a go-getter. She was.
I'm sure she worked her ass off, Michelle. I'm sure things were very difficult back then, especially her not being American.
Fruit-headed freak.
The fact is that English is not your main lingua franca, and you're sitting there and you're trying to deal with a bunch of Americans that don't know Portuguese, and you're trying to
not to be born on your head.
Yeah, this ain't Jungle Book.
The bare necessities. It's like this, little bitches.
Michelle, I tried to listen to Carmen Miranda when you were playing it, but I don't know what that lady's talking about.
Dude, this thing cools down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Is that on sale, Brad? Is it reduced?
$60.
That's not reduced. Does it have a red sticker?
It heats up, too, to 130 degrees, so you can keep your food hot.
It's a lot of money, Brad.
Keep your food warm, but doesn't quite meet Board of Health requirements of 180 degrees.
160, Michelle.
Okay.
They lowered it to 160.
Problem. What's
Dude,
up,
yeah, this thing.
Jim? Michelle, talk about you and read the chat for Homeless Jim.
Let's see. Homeless Jim says, Mojo Grizz says the G word is no
No,
here.
he never said that.
Wrap it up, says, Mimi said, Mojo, he's teasing him, mamas. Mojo said, I love Gidgy. Homeless Jim says, well, Michelle isn't allowed to talk about her. There's not much more to say. I already said.
Michelle, get off that stuff. Get back to the show, please.
I know.
Sorry.
Jesus, crying on the crucifix.
So anyway, the point was, Carmen basically signed this contract with 20th Century Fox. She couldn't even read English. She basically signed this contract. Okay. And even though it was kind of set in the story for that night in Rio, the guy said, I spent all that money to teach you how to speak English for 6 months. I want you to speak English. Yes. Okay. The fact was, Carmen actually did have to pay to try to learn English. And
so do a lot of people. I don't think she was that. What did she do for charity? What did she do? Tell me something that I'm going to admire her.
She was a philanthropist. She actually did encourage a lot of things for charity.
Like what? Give me. What did she give? I mean, I want to know.
She gave to the Red Cross. She gave to the equivalent of the United Way to help people in need. She truly did believe in the needs of the people. So a lot of the resources she had went to people that needed them. So she wasn't exactly going out there and buying multi-million-dollar houses.
Hold up, Michelle. Can we please stop talking about Gigi because she doesn't want to be talked about? And you know Michelle's going to read the side chat and say her name.
I already read the side chat. I already know all about it. No. She actually was a philanthropist. Mimi, one of the things that Carmen did was, yes, she had a lot of money for prescription medications, but she also did take a lot of her excess proceeds from her clothing line, her motion pictures, and her Broadway shows, and she donated it to charitable organizations as well.
All right. Well, so you say.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, get on out of here.
See ya.
David said, I would love to work with Mike, kid behind the camera,
Did you
the
get
son of
it?
Angry Grandpa,
What, the
Tina
cooler?
Day,
Yeah.
and Copper Cab. The Hollywood Hillbillies. Oh yes, Copper Cab. He was most familiar for his Ginger Has Souls. He did
That's
that.
Psycho?
I watched originally when he did that rant on YouTube here before it became a big deal. I happened to land on the top of that video when he said that about Gingers Have Souls. They say we don't have souls. I go to church. Gingers have souls.
Copper
I
Cab's a
tried.
lunatic. Straight lunatic.
I like his aunt Dee Dee. I thought Dee Dee was cute. Yeah, Dee Dee was kind of cute. Big, large woman, but then so was Mima. Mima's fun. Mima was fun. She was like, I'm at what? I forgot my damn teeth. Oh, jeez. That was a fun show. The first, especially the first season, was fun. Yes, it was.
What are you going to have for your dinner today, Michelle?
Probably maybe pasta with mozzarella cheese and garlic powder.
Nice.
So
Very vegetarian. No meat today.
They eat meat.
no meat, no. Maybe a little. I still got some leftover vegetables from a couple nights ago in the refrigerator. They're still there. They're still in a plastic container that haven't been used. You can just warm. I just put those right on the plate along with the pasta and the mozzarella cheese.
Meat.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Connected your phone and
Shut up. Sorry.
I was kicked out of church when I was a child. I asked too many questions. Yeah, whenever I got kicked out of church for asking too many questions, I voluntarily left when they couldn't answer the questions I had. Because the Protestant church I grew up with couldn't answer any of my questions. Catholic church answered them, which is why I became a Catholic convert. But then even the Catholic Church I kind of outgrew, but I'm still loyal to the Pope. I'm still loyal to the magisterium. But I consider myself Catholic 200s in the range, 200s, because I go beyond the standard Catholic magisterium. Oh, do you hear about the new Pope Leo wants to generate a new catechism? This one is going to be an online catechism. Instead of a traditional catechism that we all know of, it's going to be using social media or social technology to provide an interactive catechism. No. Give me a few. I'm listening.
Jesus Christ.
You asking me, or are you asking Tiff? Well, for one thing, I wanted to know was if God is so omnipotent, omnipresent, or everywhere, and people sin, why would God allow them to keep sinning when He could have intervened to keep people from sinning? And then I found that the answer is the sin is how we learn grace of God, is when we realize that we made a mistake in our actions. That's
No.
That's the way it's important when you act the sacrament of reconciliation, is where we can actually.
Michelle, there are certain sins that I don't believe can be forgiven. Or should be. If
God
you have
is
that in
omnipotent,
your brain,
omnipresent, and always merciful. So there is. I don't see how there could be any sins God cannot forgive. Yes, God gave us a free.
If someone's doing something with little ones, then you have something wrong.
Oh, I know what you meant. I know what Jesus said about the least of these little ones in the book of Matthew. I know all about that.
I'm saying that's not normal to be born.
Yeah, those kind of people need to be nailed to a
that way.
cross.
So there's something wrong with those people. I don't believe they can be rehabilitated or whatever, because that's just the way their brain goes. Their brain
fucked.
Yes, but here's the thing. God knows your life chart. Okay,
Why did God make their brains pedos?
I don't know. I don't know why God signed off on their life charts and they were going to do these acts. I don't know why God would sign off on their life chart. But I'm just trying to say is that what I understand is anybody, yes, even the devil, Satan could come back to God and say he's sorry and he could be redeemed, but the devil won't do that because the devil's too stubborn. Okay? So, for it's even said that God would even forgive Satan if Satan would just forgive or just apologize. But the devil won't do that because he's too stubborn. So, that's why the devil never repented. That's why he's never received forgiveness. So,
God has the ability to not put that urge in their heads. Why would he put it? Because if he made everybody, why did he put that?
We also have free will too. Remember that.
Yes, but
and that's another thing. If you really want to think about it, why was a tree life in the Garden of Eden? When God told Eve and Adam, "Thou shalt not eat of this tree, for you will die," and yet he planted the temptation there, and the devil used it to tempt Eve to eat of it, and then she gave the fruit to Adam. God knew. He knew she was going to do it.
There's a little bit of a difference in breaking your diet and eating an apple than doing that, Michelle. This is...
Yeah, those kind of people are like, they're like insects. You should just kill them without second thought.
Yeah, and it's not in everybody. It's in certain people. It's an urge that they have. It's a default. It's a broken
That's why they should be lobotomized.
Yeah. So there's no cure in that. That's how they're born. They're born with that urge. It's not normal. So all you can do is either stick them all in a place together, I say, or kill them. There is no rehab.
Oh, Portuguese chorizo is a type of sausage. Yeah, I never had it. Oh, yes, you have. You've had it at the barbecue. Good. Oh, yeah, you've had it. It's good. Yeah. What are you doing? Well, I don't know, guys. Free will could be a little bit of a sticky wicket, especially since there's several people viewing that and saying some could be forgiven, some can't be forgiven, but then God did give us free will, so the question is...
No, you're not getting what I'm saying.
If God wanted the perfect automatons, why would he give us free will?
We all have free will, I agree, but not all of us have that.
All of us have free will.
In our brain that want to do that. So there's something wrong with their brain.
Yeah, but even now, that's just it though. The thing is, even they have free will. They have the choice to say, I shall yield or I will not yield. They have the same choice to say no or yes, just like we do. Just like if someone decides to sleep with somebody else's partner, they have the right to say yeah or no, right? And of course, I forgave Carmen, I forgave myself for that act, but but I don't know about the other one. The other topic is, but the truth is, I think that even they have the ability to repent if they choose to. Yeah, it's
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna get on with my day now, Michelle. Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, well, it is almost time to wrap it up anyway. It's 12:21. So here's the deal for today. 7 o'clock tonight, around then, we'll have the story time. And cool. I'll be doing it on the couch again. Yeah.
Okay.
And this should be interesting. I think you've seen me tell stories on the fly, but I mean, you've never seen me told me a whole story for a whole friggin' hour and a half. No.
You've got an hour and a half worth of storytelling in you. Because that's a long time, Michelle.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Michelle has been kind of planning it and organizing in her head the whole time.
Okay. So tonight,
Now we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, I think it'll be interesting.
Michelle's going to tell us a story on the fly tonight.
A science fiction story regarding 3-1 Atlas.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, everyone have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
Right, so for now, Piano, Tiger Kitty, Brad, I'll see you all later.
Adios.
Enjoy your
Love
day,
you, Michelle.
okay?
Love you, everyone in chat.
All right, I'll see you later about 3 or 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock at least. Between 6 and 7. Let's just keep it kind of open time. Watch your notifications. Right. You have a nice day. End panel.
You too.
Yep, bye-bye. Okay, so let's get this ending for now. So let's get this started. May all of you have a nice day. Stay out of trouble. Enjoy the weather. It's hospitable out there. It's not too hot, not too cold, and we hope you'll have a good time. Don't forget, we care about you guys, and we want you to continue to feel welcome to the show. May you always be welcome here. May the Holy Spirit always be within you. And may you always grow spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically in your development. The service is done. It's time to go in peace, kindness. Don't forget the party on, dude. And we'll see you all, guys, around 6 or 7 o'clock. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she